swear, there's like something up with the bot. It like doesn't say anything or whatever. Oh, there we go. Made the announcement now. It's so slow. What can you do? Oh well. Hey, run. Hey, Schnipper. How you doing? I need like a better like starting splash screen, but I don't have that, so whatever. I'll commission that. Fine. Yeah, I'm doing good. Slept a lot last night. Well, I woke up at like 5 a.m. and then did some work and then went back to sleep. Like the based boy I am. How goes your train adventures? Because I saw your screenshot and I'm very impressed. Speaking of, I did realize something that I need to adjust because it's gonna unbalance some of my things. We may do a U-turn on towards oh, you're trying. It's all good. We may do a U-turn and go back to what is it? Oh well, I guess we'll just let it go all the way. So I'll tell you what the problem is. Just the one last problem, and I think it's already unbalanced. So you got 1.9, 1.8, 1.8, 1.9, 1.8, 1.8. Okay, well it's not that unbalanced. Maybe it's more unbalanced over here. 1.3, yeah, there it is. Now I don't know why these unbalanced like quite like this. 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. Okay. Anyways, maybe I screwed something else up, but long story short, the thing I need to do, it's this guy. So what it's doing is getting crushed and it's getting basically the enriched. It needs to be the other way around. I'll tell you the reason for that. It's quite the best reason. It's because at any place where it has to pick up crushed, it also has the ability to drop off enriched vulcanite. So guess what's causing the problem? That's it. Basically, it's putting in enriched as well into it when it shouldn't be. When it should just always be full of crushed, basically. Because crushed will auto balance itself, but enriched will not. So hopefully that'll just fix itself. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I hope it does. I cannot guarantee it though. And lower the music a little bit more because I was called out yesterday on the fact it was too loud. I didn't realize it was so loud, by the way. So not like I wanted it to be that loud. And I was also considering how much does this make for that? Oh, I see. It's just the materials. Okay, never mind. No worries. I was thinking of like a better way of doing that, but I'm not going to. Forget that. I'm not touching that. Okay. I think our data cards are still screwed up, but I think it's because of the vulcanite not moving, and now the vulcanite is moving, so I don't really want to look at it anymore. So we'll just not look at it. That's the best way of solving problems. Well, we do have actually a lot of iron plates, though, technically speaking. I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll see do we want to do that a little bit later. Do I have a name of that thing too? Yes, I do. Yep, I came up with all of that. Okay, so we were working on it up here. Yeah, there it is. So we need to continue on this guy. Oh. Why is it doing that for me? What? Okay, I know you guys can't see this, but that was weird. My monitor is frozen right now, but I can see it on the stream preview. How does that happen? Because I can't see on my main monitor what's going on. Oh, did I do like a windowed preview? Dude, how does that work? I've never seen that in my life. Okay, let me restart it. That is the weirdest thing. It's like it actually froze, but it didn't actually freeze. Hey, my Mescraft. It like did this weird like pseudo freeze, you know? Stop syncing with the cloud. All right, is it gonna? It's already up to date. Yeah, no, sorry. It's a good thing I saved over another file. Let's try this again. Okay, now it's good again. That was weird. I thought like my PC was crashing or something. So that was something I've never seen before do. But the thing is, like, it was still working from my preview because I had the preview on the other screen, so I could actually click things. That was really strange. All right, anyways, let's go back into it. That we were gonna have a problem. We never have problems. We're the anti-problem people. Soon. Okay, yeah, we're good now. So it's the issue now. Oh. Well, I guess I need everything. Anti-problem people? No. So where is the biosludge? I guess it's over here. Well, we don't actually have our material for it. How are you doing, Not Nets? Hopefully you're having a wondrous day. And my voice being cracked there slightly. So these. Okay, let's go back up. Alright, so I'm gonna commit. Today we really need to do some... So, okay, well actually there's other problems I think, actually. Sorry, before I start committing to things I can't do. For some reason, this is broken. Can't exactly tell you why. I should adjust this one too, but I will probably leave that for a later time. Probably later today is when I'll do it. I'm gonna probably try and do Bio 2, Bio 3, and then see what I want to do after that, because that needs to get moving, honestly. Wonders Day, slept late, haven't showered. Inside, it's Factorio friendly. Hope you have Wonders Day too. I am too. Honestly, it's at the scale of the kind of day you're having, to be honest. So. I slept late as well, so. But I was out late last night, so. I definitely had a good day. There's some good times. Today I'm going to commit to randomly start talking about something else. Yeah, the mic tracked. I decided not to commit to anything because I realized every time I do that, I basically get lambasted for it, so I can't do it. No committing ever again. Do I have 3 trains for this? Oh wait, how do I have 3 trains? Oh, I think one of them was just something I'm constructing. So no, we're not committing to anything. We're not accomplishing anything. We're doing nothing today. I'm gonna commit to having nothing done. Actually, by committing to that, I've actually already failed. Because I'm gonna get something done somewhere today. So I've already failed my commitment. I'll say that right now. Alright, so this is mechanical facility decompression data. By the way, I think at this point, I can't really fix my UPS. Like, the thing is, I actually messed around with it a little bit. I was kind of like, man, what could be causing that, right? So I tried a bunch of different things, and I'm happy to report that none of it works, so. So that's pretty much it. New record for failure. That's what I'm here for. So I'm actually not exactly sure anymore. Because the thing is, it's not even the entities that are extremely high. I mean, we're right at 50 basically, which is really weird because I thought 16.6 was supposed to be good enough, but I guess it's something else here. The frame cycle is added for something else. Yeah, I don't know how this game works, to be honest. Game render 3.5, is that like? I have no idea. Can't believe it's not butter. Neither can I. Let's go put some text down for it. I forgot who the guy was, but yesterday he was like so disappointed. I was like, you can't pay for big text. I have to just be in the mood for it. I think he wanted big text. I probably should give him a big text to make him feel better. I forgot who that was. It looks like we have to stop putting it over there. That 3.6 was the magic number. Not terrible. Not. I'm gonna move this guy up here now. Not terrible. Not great, or something. What was it? I don't remember. I'm behind on the memes. Sorry. All right, let's see here. So what's this one called? It's like a bio something data. I think it was decompression, right? Yeah. Okay, why did it not save it? Oops. I put your text in there. I'm not putting that in my train stop, by the way. You don't get to name my train stops. That's not a reward tier. We don't have that one, so. Except for me, give me a big text on demand. Your wish is my command. Alright. So let's put the small text down. Kodiak, I have to feel pity, okay? And I don't feel any pity. You make fun of me all the time. Maybe that's what I'll be. People who compliment me are nice to me. They get big text. That's what we'll do. It's to encourage good behavior in the community. That's what we'll do. This gives back data cards, huh? Wait, why would it give... Oh, wait. It's asking for data cards. Sorry, that's what it's doing. Okay, that's fine. I'm nice. That's true. Kaikon is nice. Okay. Yeah, no, Kaikon gets the big text. This is how we encourage politeness and manipulate people through underhanded tactics. The system's right. It is. There's a problem when you have the system where I make all the rules is, you know, it becomes unfair. I just realized that I could have a bacon. Cool. Oh, one of the things that might be happening though is that so electric network might be affected by lamps, but honestly, that's not a huge one. So who cares? I guess. I know entities kind of count, but yeah. Wait, seriously? That is insanely slow. Alright, never mind. I would have not thought about that. Where's the most time spent? You mean my my debug thing? I'm actually curious on what people. Well, I mean, to be honest, I get 60 frames when I don't stream. So streaming actually takes up a little bit of it, I'll say. But see, I have 50 right now. It's spiked right now because a ship basically was reconstructed somewhere. I mean, trains is a significant part of it, but like 2.5 is there. Entities is 8. But again, that's like, I find that to be pretty, like, tolerable. Certain network is like 1.6. So that's what I mean. I can't exactly read it because this update is like 1.6, basically. Sorry, 16.6, which should be under a lot less than this, but I guess it's something with the render. I guess render also is added to that or something. I guess the frame cycles, I guess its frame cycle has to be 16.6. So I'm not entirely sure. So I'm not so good at reading when you get up to here. GUI render preparation 1.1. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, SE's like eating a lot right now. I don't know why, but we got to disable the SE. But yeah, no, I don't really know. Like, if I actually break it down by entities, it's like, 1 second. It's like, was it broken down? It's like mining drill is like 0.6. Granted, in K2 SE you get the better assembler, so like a class assembler would be a lot less. But to be honest, I think I've done a pretty good job in keeping it pretty good and down to earth, like in how much it uses for that. So, see, some machines is not even like 1 most of the time. It's like basically 0.9, 0.8. You know, so that's why it's still okay. So inserter is like 1.2. So I've learned a lot from my last run, because that was worse before. Row port is also pretty high, but that's because of all the row ports I have all over the place. Construction pylons, by the way, also count as row ports. So, what is wait? Do you have wait for vsync blank enabled? Let's have a look then. I probably don't. No, I don't. But then again, I am playing on Linux, so maybe that matters. As it may force it on Linux. You run a prototype base, so I thank you. I do my best. Again, I'm planning for like the next gen of AMDs. I'm gonna get like a really like hefty PC upgrade, just so I can try and do probably an even like crazier scenario with SE, like for SE.7 or something. So I like I said, I don't exactly know, and I can't exactly break it down exactly what's causing any kind of UPS dips, but you know, it's still interesting to me. So. I like it. Alright, let's see. So we got all these guys. Huh. Oh no, this is the... Yeah, this is the one. Okay, cool. We're not actually putting a third one down to this. So let's see. So this is experimental 0.6.6, 2.323. So I need like 3 data card slots, I think. I actually don't know. Second. I need to get a better ratio for that. Oh. 30 to 3, so 1 to 10. It's 1 to 10 then. Actually, can't I just see that here? Well, technically I can, but yeah. And also research finished. Insane. That's been like 3 days in the making. Oh, hey, you guys want to see, you're not front of your box right now, but you think you think 5.522 what? Oh, yeah. Oh, the newest NVIDIA driver. Ooh. Which one do I have? Should we update our drivers live? No, that's a bad idea, but still. Which one am I using? NVIDIA, oops. Hardware. You know, I kind of want to, just because... what is it called? A driver manager, I guess. Why is it grayed out? Oh, there it is. Oh. What's my password? Searching for available drivers, let's see. It says devices using a alternative driver. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Using any NVIDIA driver open kernel meta package from NVIDIA driver open. I want the, yeah, that's a proprietary one. Dude, I kind of want to install that. What? So what is open kernel? What's the difference between open kernel and just the regular proprietary one? Oh, I'm using 5.15. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, if I install it, it's definitely gonna bork up the stream, so I'll try it out later. So, it will, without a doubt, screw something out. Where's the schedule, if not a break? Yeah. Oh, Damsel! Damsel, how are you still, like, existing awake? Like, I was up at... okay, listen, I went to sleep at 5, like, at 12, and I woke up at, like, 5, right? And then I'm like, oh, Damsel's streaming. So I just watched that for a little bit while I'm, like, you know, kind of, like, on my phone in bed kind of thing. Because I'm just, like, whatever. Because I woke up at that time, that's what I do. And she's just going and playing like late night Destiny. I'm like, all right, like how do you stay awake? I don't know. That was amusing to me. You playing because you're watching us in bed right now? Well, I'm glad to be of service. Us bedtime streamers need to stick together. that's actually amusing. But makes sense at the same time. Really a mic stream if he's mic tracked 100% of it? It absolutely is. We have the redeem for it now. Competitive games, adrenaline going is hard to win. Yeah, I consider my sleeping habits to be pretty awful, but just know that you win in that regard. You win. You have the worst sleeping habits of them all. Take the prize. Literally up at 5 a.m. Literally up at 5 a.m. A true gamer at heart. But hopefully you're having a good night. Hopefully it became better as soon as you came in here. And if not, then, I apologize. It's best. Nope. It's biomass. Wait. Gen Nova? Dude, we just found the discount Gen Nova. We have to go there. Why is Gen Nova? Or G Nova, I guess, the thing. Oh, dude, it's a barrel planet? Stinky. Forget that place. We're not going there. I changed my mind. You're not a competition, but yeah, I'm pretty bad. Oh. We won't give you any less for it. Alright, so that's 10. 1, 2. This is probably good enough. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think. So wait, 10, 20, 30, yeah. Because otherwise you'd have to do some like partial shit. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, you could do some partial shit. Thinking about it. Fuck it, fine. We'll do some partial shit. What could possibly go wrong? When slightly short, your stream's supposed to fall asleep? Oh. You say the nicest thing. Kodak, this is why you don't get the big text. This is why you're banned from big text forever. Your stack software is i3 and BIM. Browsers are for noobs. What are you talking about? That's base. I was just typing in base for some reason. I want depot. I was just thinking about that. We're gonna get the big text again? Yeah, no, you don't. It's the rules. I don't make the rules, except when I made the rules, and then ban you from something. Literally banned. Telescope found Hellburn. Okay. So we're looking for this calculator. Calculators are cheating, I know, but that's how we work. What is it? Like 5 stack size times 36 times 40. That doesn't seem right. That definitely doesn't seem right. Why does that not seem right? Oh, because it's times 4, not times 40. Okay, so 20. Sorry, I was thinking of, like, the slots. Bioscience 3. I mean, how could you not, like, stay awake of this thrilling factory train action? Come on. Damsel's just never gonna go to sleep, let me just tell you that. Especially with my exciting radio voice of sports up-to-date commentary on everything that's happening. And he goes, clicks add weight conditioning. He adds in activity, the crowd goes wild. No. It's not like that. We need data card. Yeah, we don't have data cards, so we don't care about that. You sleep during the week sometimes. Oh, okay. Bro, I was 2 when you were streaming with Gen 2. Yeah, what? You weren't using Gen 2 when you were 2 years old? What's wrong with you? I think your parents failed you. You had a terrible upbringing. Your parents failed you, I'm sorry. Damn. Kidding, I'm kidding. I swear I'm joking. Equals to 800. And then refuel. Oops, not that one. Alright, this should be good. Right group, buffer, side, and then have the data card. Where's it at? They're full. I find that hard to believe. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it is literally full. Why? What did you do? You liars. What are you doing here with all this stuff? 680. Dude, someone did bad math here and it wasn't me. It just delayed everything because it decided to be a jerk. You know what? I have a feeling it was supposed to be 680. Okay, where was the first one? What are these trains for? That kind of biomass. Okay, so what idiot put that together? Where'd they go? Okay, I'm just gonna watch them go. Okay, you're going back over here. I don't know where comprehensive biomass is. Oh, there it is. Fuck. It's gonna get there again. Okay, you know, that's the one. I see you. Okay, now go do your thing. A hobby is staying up until 4 AM screwing with configs? Yeah, that's mine too. I mean, literally that's what I do with my job now. I just stay up until the end of time. Let's see here, decompression data. Sorry, I'm like, keep coughing slightly. We don't need this anymore. Get rid of that. We will do Bio 3 today. I promise you that. I've never broken a promise before that has been recorded, me breaking it, so that's how serious I am. Dude, only 0.4? Maybe we can actually just put in 2 or something. I don't know. Oh, not a promise. We maybe need to redeem for that one. The key to get me to break promises is to distract me a whole lot and make me do things I'm not supposed to. Oh wait, we need fucking thermofluid for this one? Damn. It's not that one. No? Which one is the, actually, I'll just cancel that, actually. Oh, because it brings back that kind of fluid. Oh, fuck that noise. I hate this. Alright. Well, now it's going to be recorded? No, it's not. I delete all my VODs now. Starting today. Better watch them while you can, suckers. I'm just kidding. I'm not deleting them. Everything I do has to be a part of some sort of, like, Factorio internet history, you know? Already clipped it? Already downloaded it? Alright, I'm hacking into Damsel's computer now. That's what I'm gonna do. That computer can't be that amazing. Alright, let's do... Good luck. Thanks, I'll need it. Okay, I think we can do something like this. The question is, do I actually want to have... Yeah, you know what? I think we will have the spinning. These machines. I think I've just decided I will, but then again, I don't really have the space for it. I don't know actually what I want to do with this. Okay, let's first look at the recipe, because it might be some kind of dumb like percentage chance one. It kind of is a dumb percentage chance one, but yeah. I don't know, because I keep looking at this, right? And it's the not extended, it's the... Yeah, it's like 0.4 machines, and I kind of put in 4 for the rest of these, and I'm just like, do I keep this at 2, or do I put this up to something else? This one's definitely going to be 4, but this one, I don't know. No, 2 is fine, because that's 0.4 machines. That's already like double the amount, actually. No, we're going to do 2 machines. I've decided this. It has been decided. Means we don't need the ones on the sides here. You can become a data hoarder, and you're gonna do YouTube deal all your VODs. Someone has already done that to like some other content I had, so you know, you wouldn't be the first one. Someone even asked me if they could put it on some other platform. I just said yes. They want to store it somewhere else forever, and I'm like, okay. There's some like kind of like weird crypto like video site or something. I don't know what it was. So I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't care. They're just videos. Internet content. Alright, here we are. Now they're financially benefited from your financial content. You see, I never see it that way, to be honest, because if it ever takes off, you know, in some way, sure, they'll make money, but I guess I'll make money too, because they'll be like, who is this fantastic personality? And I need to go find out where he is, and then they'll come here, you know? So it works out, you know? We'll all make it rich. That's it. We're all gonna make it. This is the way of the world. No need to be all stingy. Alright, so we have some of this, I hate 10 degrees thermal fluid. Hate it with the bottom of my heart. Alright. We have, coolers, right? Thermo cooler guy. With Jiggy Bob. Alright. This is the wrong one. Right, because this is actually another thing. Sub mic. Shit. You know what? Road Wars? I'll give you this one for free. I'll give you this one for free, okay? I'm a nice guy, alright? Because I just enjoyed this, so let's do the first one. Sub mic. I feel like you've done some advertising for me here. And then we're gonna get another one right after it, because I thought that was really quotable. Shit. There we go, right under that. I'm gonna copy your name here. There we go. See, you got a free one. There it is.
But you tested
Look,
it, right?
It worked.
Tell me you tested it.
Thanks, K3. It worked. Thank you very much, K3. The scam worked. Amazing, absolutely amazing. What's the intermittent breaks in the stream? I don't know what you're talking about. What breaks?
But you tested it, right? Tell me you tested it.
Hey, another one, Tiny Goliath, thank you. Oh, packet loss? Ooh, do I have packet loss? I do not have packet loss, so that would be on your end, I think.
But you tested it, right?
Whoa.
Tell me you tested it.
G-Forts, thank you. About 3 in a row, just because of that Robot Wars. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, thank you. I got you even got a subtrain going, or sorry, hype train. How can you really call it a mistake now? What are we doing today? Probably some factory things. That's probably the thing. It was a happy accident. I would say it was a happy accident. No, it does need a little bit more super cooled thermal fluid than that. All right, I'll do it somewhere in the corner there. That's what we're gonna do. So, or maybe up here. I'll see. I'll probably do this guy last. That's what I'll say. Just debating how to get the super cooled out of here. Probably on that side. That's how we'll do it. It's making me look forward to real space sciences. They're interesting, I'll say. They're not the easiest thing on the planet to do sometimes, but you know, they're fun. That's what matters, you know. They're extremely fun. Just remember to do a little bit at a time and don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, then you're just like you're gonna be in for a bad time. Let's just say that right now. This would be the wrong one. What is this one? This is a cryogenics data. All right. You know, I wish we had a favorite icons. You know, because that would make it easier. Because I always click these ones anyway. So you know, that's probably the best way to do it. Factorio burnout like the plague. That's probably a good idea. Advice I did not really heed myself. So you know, go figure. But I'm not burning out yet. I'm still enjoying it, so... Quite honestly, I have no qualms with playing a game over and over again for, like, literally like, years until, like, you know... Until eventually then I seriously burn out and then I never do it again. But that'll be a while. Electromagnetics. This could be definitely something like that. Oh, do I not have mechanical facilities? What? We may not. Programming stream when? I don't know. Good question. I don't know when. Soon. No, we're really not, probably. I think that would be like the least interesting thing to everybody, is me writing code. Let me be honest. You know what? I'm actually gonna put this down this way. I'm gonna actually put it down. I don't think anyone wants to see me write code. What do I do? I guess I could just, you know what? We can do it all the way down here. Yeah, apparently there is mechanical facilities down there. Go figure. They're like, yeah, no. Do I not ask for mechanical? Yeah, I do. Oh, I use them up there. That's why. Okay. I'll just put some things down here and that would be it. Be interesting to see as a dev. I love seeing how others solve issues. I used to do it like once or twice in a blue moon. It was kind of interesting, but right now I kind of focus more on my actual job. So that's really what it comes down to at the moment. You know, because it's too much to do. Like you're focused on your actual job and then like a bunch of other stuff. Hell, even Factorio sometimes gets like really. Like like it gets really like I start to mix up now like work problems and Factorio problems there. So you know, that's one of the main reasons I think I would probably try to not do it as much, but who knows? I'm not against it. I think it would be fun, but you know, I'd have to see. I guess, oh yeah, we can do fiber. Oh yeah, you can only write so much code, but without melting your brain, oh yeah. And then you're solving problems like this, and these are quite honestly, these are technical problems too sometimes. I mean, it depends, but you know. Most of the time they feel a little bit on the technical side. You know what? I kind of like aesthetics, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Nope, maybe not. There you go. And they don't connect because it's the 15 pipe, so it's fine. We're going to have to make that also something else. So this is going to be my first time trying one of Andy's little techniques, which is to put... Well, I was typing something in, and I typed you as a part. Oh, look, nothing ever happened. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. What you saw was just a glitch. It was just a glitch, guys. Nothing happened. Why is it putting that in? Nothing happened. Goodbye, ears. Yeah, sorry, I apologize. Alright, I'm a little awake now. Dude, I don't know why that noise is so much louder than everything else, but it freaked me out too. I guess maybe I should just lower the sound effects. It still feels kind of loud, doesn't it? Okay, I think that's not actually affected by game effects. Environment sounds? What would it be? What? Okay, it's a combination of the two, I guess. Okay, there you go. That would be it. No, I don't think it would be mod settings. So volume is usually not dictated by that. So I was kind of like weirded out by that, but anyways. Anyways, nothing bad happened. Don't worry about it, guys. It may look like I just railgunned this, but luckily I went off of it just in time, and then nothing was here anyway. So it all worked out in the end. It's a lived happily ever after kind of stream. And this one is going to be a very easy one. Wait, this is not the right one. Oh, right, because we're doing something else with that. I love happy ending stories, okay? This requires ion stream. Sure. Am I that unbelievable? Like, come on. If I lie enough, it will eventually stick. That's how it works. Alright, so we do need some ion streams somewhere. By the way, I apologize for the loud noise. Obviously, I didn't intend for that. I was trying to type something in, and then like the GUI didn't catch, and then you have a literal like if you basically if you're typing too fast, you have a literal kill your base button that you can press, you know. So by accident, of course. This is the issue that I sometimes have. That's not how this works. You can't cheat your way out of this one. I can try though. It's the attempt that matters. A+ for effort, you know. And let's see. This is kind of what happens though when you kind of get used to certain GUI elements and them kind of working, you know. So occasionally, you know, you make a mistake, they don't work that one time, and they don't do what you expect, and then half your base blows up, you know. Quite honestly, I think I've done more damage to my own base with the railgun than I have to the biters, so. Do I want to pump it in there? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so what's the deal with this? Oh, I guess it's, no. What's it doing? It ran out of data cards. Interesting, I didn't expect it to do that. Okay, I guess I should give it another condition, right? Yeah, I actually did not expect it to do that. Why did it do that? Did I get that so off? What did I do wrong? I guess I was really off with that. I guess I'll do data cards equals 0 then. I didn't expect that. Let's see. I want item count. Alright. Dude, how are these always saying destination full over there? There's gotta be another one with this same fucking thing. Just like, same problem. These non-conformists go. Because they should be a lot faster than that. That's what I thought. So why is there a random ass line of that? I don't know. And why was blank data card? Sorry, these data cards coming? Oh, these are junk because I was feeding it back into the same one. That's why. That makes sense. We know now why. Okay, looks like they're going. So it's still saying destination full, dude. It never frees up because it only allows 3 trains in. I guess. I guess I could have like allowed a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine, we'll allow 4 now. Maybe I should just like let it have a lot more, to be honest. Well, no, actually this is fine. I don't mind this. This would be the first one of the new trains that I need for that. So, oh cool, we even have a data card stop open. How's that possible? That I'm pretty certain was the thing that was like the biggest problem ever. Yeah, we have 15 trains. Well, it's because it's uneven over there, but that's, yeah, I guess we could fix that. Those ones are uneven for another reason, because I used to have data cards being over there. I gotta see why the data cards are slow again. I mean, it's improvement. We had like 17 the other day, and I mean, science has actually been moving too, so, I mean, what can you really say, right? It's like, I gotta do this. Oh, they're just delivering things to me. Dude, seriously. They're not stealing from me, are they? Okay, good, they're not. It would upset me greatly if they did that. Okay, why are they not moving? Okay, so we're updated substrates. I'm gonna assume it goes all the way back to iron, because it always goes back to iron in this case. Yes, that would be the problem, iron. And if we go back to which planet is it? It's like, I'm going to assume that we do not have enough, yeah, we don't have any vulcanite blocks here. What happened to our vulcanite? Let's have a look. Let's see. Well, we do have a train here, but it's uneven somehow. Dude, how did this... Okay, how did the bottom have so much in here, but the rest of it did not? I'm gonna just let it go for now, but I'm gonna assume that the vulcanite still hasn't quite trickled its way over here. Let's just make sure it's going, because we did kind of fix it up a little later. Never mind, it completely stalled. How? Wait, this is... Okay. Wait. How did this not... Oh, right. It's when I changed the orders on it. It didn't actually fill up first. I forgot about that. It wouldn't do that. Great. Now it's completely uneven, so it actually may not even work anymore. I forgot about that. Fuck. Oof. That is some oofs for me. I'm actually not sure if it will work right now, because, yeah, when I changed the orders, they basically skipped a station for some of these, so... Also, I just realized that this could be basically having a... Yep, it's completely busted now, because it used to work, it used to be fine, now it's not. How do I'm not sure how I need to fix this, to be honest. Because they're always going to do this. Fuck, how do I fix that? It was fine before, it has the right amount in it, but... I think, like, the only way is to get them to, like, remove things. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. Okay, you can't have a train limit buffered stations before the actual offload unload. No, this is a different issue. Looks like the trains are kind of back to normal, but I don't know how to... Okay, so what I need to do is I need to remove what's in these machines. Which is easier said than done. Okay, why did they not... Oh, because I guess there's another bot that's doing it. So if I delete them and then put them back in with... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to disable that. And have it go over there. Fortunately, these bots will take an extremely long time to do what they're supposed to do, but I'm going to... I'm gonna just stop them from doing this for now. Because, like, I had it working before, and I'm upset that it didn't work now. Okay, is there anything that's coming over to pick these up? No. Dude, we're okay, there they are. No? Dude, they take an insanely long time to... Wait, why did it put one in there? What, they all have one? What? Dude, it's just... Oh my god, it's like ruining everything, man. Like, it's... I had one somewhere, and I think it was in one of the machines. Oh, there was one on the floor under... You're right. I forgot about that. Alright, I want to do the same thing over here. You're right. I'm just trying to, like, rearrange it so it'll actually, like, you know, do its thing. Because it was perfect before. It was when they didn't fully load properly is when it caused a problem. So I'm willing to cause major holdups here so it actually does what it's supposed to. Okay, I think these are fine now, right? Yeah, these ones are okay. Alright. Either that or I have a case where they can actually imbalance. You just go away. Why is it not allowing it to pass here, actually, right now? Alright, so basically, if these screw up again, then I'm going to know that there's some kind of problem with it. I know someone was telling me about it, like, maybe potentially the other day. I'm not sure if they actually know for a fact that it would cause a problem, but we'll see, I guess. Because it looks like it goes, right? You'd think it would be fine, but I don't know. All I said is it could? Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure, because it should always have... It should never leave with less. It should never have... As long... See, like, it's perfect right now. Like, the only reason it wasn't working before was because I swapped the train to enriched vulcanite first because I wanted to have it so that when they go to a stop, they don't do that. Yeah, now it's perfect. Now it's fine. It's the only reason it caused a problem even before, but now I've solved it. So okay, and I think now the iron should be going again, right? Yes, it is. At least for now. It will probably not stick that way, but you know. I'm still, like, kind of confuzzled on why it thinks that, like, why the fucking back one has so much in it. Why? How do these things happen to me? I don't know. Dude, I'm magical. I do these things somehow. Shadow's always right. Oh, damsel, come on, you're supposed to take my side. You can't just turncoat me right there. Come on. Us sleepy streamers, we have to stick together. This would be... Yeah, this is fine. Alright, let's go back to what we're doing, which is the promise that I will always fulfill. So this one is broken because of what? Okay, so how did this one get into that situation though? So how did this one have too much significant biomass? Huh? It could do that? Okay, how, though? It's end. It has to do both conditions, so it always has to empty it out. Oh, it would... Okay, we have to do, like... No, it shouldn't do that. Maybe I could make it, like, 5 seconds, but it shouldn't keep any in here. But it is... Oh, you know what it is? It's a chance one. So what they'll do is they'll leave before it empties it out completely. That's why. I hate chance things. Chances are the worst. Because what it did was it filled it up all the way, and then it made a bunch at the end of it. Literally the worst. That's why 5 seconds is... You would think 3 seconds would be enough for it, but apparently not. Said insert stacks that equal the number divisible by the next number in each wagon. Dang. That would be quite the math. But I prefer bots. We'll stick with that. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's go back to up here because, you know, hey, it's making stuff. Neat. All right. Let's see. I'm sure we have some important things to do here. First off, I'm gonna sped these modules up and. Oh, we already have this guy here. Nice. So it's nice programming a bug or a feature. Nah, nobody writes code. Computers were not meant for coding. They were meant to talk to you at grocery machine grocery lineups and stuff like that. You know, that's what computers were meant for. So these are not lit up at all. Okay, so this has a byproduct of... Okay, so I'm going to try the junk data thing that I was suggested to do. Because, yeah, we'll see. I have to put in 9.4, 2.8. I hate that ratio. We'll try it out, though. It's like... I think it's like 3 to 10, right? Yeah, I think it's 3 to 10. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 to 10, and it's exactly the same as the other one. So let's try this out. So this is 1, 2. This is 20. Oops, that's well, you know, we can just kind of do this. It's fine. So this is, let's see, that's 20. There you go. So that's 3 to 10, right? Then we do a junk data card. I'm not sure how much junk data cards it can actually produce. 0.2. I mean, I could just make the rest of it like junk data card slots, just because who cares? And let me just look at the trains that are well, they were supposed to come here, but they're waiting over here because there's no what? Oh, well, there's some other problem here. Oh, there's no nutrient gel. Interesting. What a funny joke. I am actually legit kind of surprised you got stuck there. What happened? Everything... I guess it should have been everything under like 15. I still don't know how that even occurred. Because there's no backflow for it, so it should have had less than it should have needed, right? Oh, that's why. That's not connected. Okay, we're good now. I probably should get another nutrient gel train. I think we're starting to need more of it now, so... It's a very vibrant pink, though. Very nice. Where's that? Instead, statically, so probably 5 or something? You're not wrong. I may go refill my coffee in a second here, just because. Seeing Damsel in chat makes me sleepy, because I know she was up at 5 AM, so... That's actually just an excuse. I'd get coffee no matter what. Not gonna lie. Literally lying to you. I'm an addict. Sleep soul. Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep forgetting I have to put this soul around everything, so... Actually might go put, like, better speeds in these, because I think we actually need them. See, like, she's already fallen asleep because she didn't say anything, so... Literally calling her out. There we go, now they're a little bit faster. I'm here, enjoy your cock free. Wow. I've never been more insulted in my life. Okay, maybe I have been more insulted in my life, but still. Nah, just for that, I'm not gonna get it. Instead, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do something totally unrelated. Be right back. Yum, I got beer at 2 PM in the afternoon. Delicious. It sounds like my week. I'm glad I could be relatable. That's how I go. As long as I'm something. Where's my lovely fluid stop? Okay, that is not a fluid stop. Let's get one of the blue ones. One of these ones. Oh, can't actually do that. Huh. There, you're getting your coffee? No. Damsel insulted me, so I decided I've given up coffee for good. Just because of Damsel. I'm not sure how this teaches her a lesson, but you know. Very powerful. Very powerful indeed. I just hope you feel just plain awful about what you've done. Damn, you're the best. Wow, you're not supposed to. Why, dude? Nobody ever takes my side. Why is this? What have I ever done? Nobody ever takes my side. Which one is the byproduct? Yeah, whatever. It's on this side somewhere. I guess I was right. Yeah, there you go. least someone understands me and my deep hidden desires. You missed a squirrel? But there is a squirrel. What are you talking about? I added actual redeems for those things. What do you mean I removed them? I made them pay to win now, that's what I did. Eh. I didn't delete them. They're actual redeems now. I'm being called out on something I didn't do. See? There you go. Robot Wars redeemed it. They exist. See? You need to waste points now? Can you call it wasting points when you're making fun of me? Ah, see? There you go. Damsel likes it, so there you go. How can it be bad now? I actually need to do... See, I made them into redeems, and so for some reason, you know, people hated it, or I'm not gonna say people. It was literally just Healy. But I think Healy would hate no matter what I did. You know, I could solve world hunger, and he'd just go. Pfft. Didn't do it fast enough, you know, and that would be it. Didn't do times 10 world hunger, you know, or something like that. That's how it would go. You took too long, yeah, there you go, see? Told you. Think Healy isn't people? I don't think I really said anything along those lines. But sure. Nope, I don't matter. What? You matter. It's fine. Never let anyone tell you that. I'm pulling chatters again? I'm doing no such thing. Where's... Need a beacon. Beacon. Get this to go like there. Okay. And I need to have a pump. No, I can make it a little better than that. As long as everything is less than 10,000, we'll do that. So we're making a new cancer. Cancer 2.0. What does that mean? It's just never good enough. This would be... I don't want to put that kind of... We'll give it the slightly less ones. Those are actually pretty slow, but let's see. 18. I guess I have it for all of them. It needs like, let's say 4K. That's wagons, actually. Let's do... It's like, what? 1,500 about? So say this one is unrestricted. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. I guess. Cancer liar pants on fire? What the fuck? Oh, that's also, by the way, using speed through 6s, but again, I don't think I really care about that right now. Okay, so... This is the one that gives the junk data card back. Okay, so that one I was about to just get going, so let's see here. It would be... Let's see here. So I already have 2 trains for it, so what I'll do is I'll start with, where's it at? This one. What I'll do is I will replace that data with, oops, biomass? Is it case sensitive? It's actually case sensitive. Why is that case sensitive? I don't understand. Are they all case sensitive? Guess we'll see. This one kind of blows me away. How are you replacing stations here? That's a mod I have. It adds these 2 little buttons. One copies the station, and one replaces it. I forget which one it is. Let me look at my own mods list 1 second. It's actually a pretty good mod. It's a very good mod, actually. I mean, the UI could be slightly better, but honestly, it still does a really good job. Because it actually has searchability, so how can I really complain? I think it's like schedule helper. That's the one. Train schedule helper. That's the one. So it means I can copy another one if it diverges a little bit. I could replace it in the list. So basically gives that, like, this is the orders in the current train, and this is all the stations I have on this surface. So the only weird thing is it's not really SE compatible. So if you want to if you have like trains that go up above and below, you have to kind of make that station temporarily, which you'll see me do sometimes. And then yeah, it's a good one. It's actually really good. It's a really good mod. Keep in mind though, if you use that with train groups, the train groups will not be updated until you change one of the orders, even when you replace it. So it doesn't write it to all the other trains, I believe. I've had issues with that potentially. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I don't trust it. I mean, we can actually test that right now. 1 second. Great group. Because I actually don't know, and I would like to know. I've had issues with that sometimes, where it doesn't write to another train, but that's okay. Buffer, science 3, and it's... I actually forget exactly what kind of card this is for. We'll just say it's for cryogenics. I think it's for cryogenics, actually. Is it this one? That would be bioelectric, never mind. Ooh, we need bioelectric for other things. I just realized. We may actually want another one of these stations, by the way. For now, I'll leave it. Well... because it's used in advanced neural gel. We actually really should just, like, add another one. We have the space for it anyways. It's not like this takes up any space. Just kind of go flip it on the other side and that's it, you know? Okay, let's actually do that. I'm gonna add way more than this than I think I need. So because I said it, I needed in other things. So, anyways, what was I gonna test again? Let's see. There's bioelectric data. Okay, so these have the same schedule, right? So if I go, so here's a fantastic thing that does. It basically goes, if I go and add an additional station to it, let's say, we'll give it like this one. I don't know why I can't give that station to it. Why can't I give it a station? Okay. I'm not sure why this part of the UI doesn't work. Okay, now it works. That's weird. Alright, anyways. So, I added steel to one, steel goes to the other one. So they both have steel, right? So if I use, so I'm clicking the top train right now. If I replace the steel with, I don't know, like let's say the buffer for that one, right? Does it actually copy to the other one? No, it doesn't. See, it doesn't copy to it, right? But you will if you just do any kind of change to the orders. So I'm going to go like 4 seconds. It now changes to it. That's the weird thing about it, because it then you're not triggering a write until you make a change to it, and if it's automated, then it's not picked up by train groups. So the train groups mod can be a little bit weird, which is why you'll see I'll replace it, and then I'll like change some frivolous thing on some other station to basically make it copy over to the other trains, which is a little weird thing about it, but you know, it is something you have to do. You have to take into account. I'm sorry if that doesn't make any sense. So, this is not bioelectric. So, like, for example, I'm going to replace this one with bioelectric data. I may not have actually changed the name of it here. So I have it like that, and then I'm going to just basically go back to wherever it is. Where's that? So again, you're going to see me do it here in just a second. I'm going to basically say, okay, I want to replace whatever this bio data is, bioelectric. So we're going to give it a bioelectric, and then I'm going to add a frivolous condition and delete it immediately. And this basically replaces that station now on the other train, so now I don't have to worry about that. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to wait for 2 seconds so I can put back junk data cards potentially. Oh no, actually that doesn't matter, because even if it comes into the second one, I added more than enough stations for that. So we're going to add a depot for junk data. I'm just going to use generic depot because quite honestly it should be fine. And we're going to junk data card requester until it's got no more junk data cards. Because I'm actually not sure what the state of the train will be at that point. And then it can repeat the orders again. We're going to actually have 4 trains for this, because I'm about to just add another set of this stuff, so. Oh, we need to also give it something like that. It's a pretty good one, though. Alright, and the next thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna, yeah, I need to overmake on this. I don't know if any of these other ones. Yeah, so that's neural gel, which is why I kind of want to make too much of that. Cryogenics doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter either. Yeah, it was just bioelectric data that apparently is used in a bunch of other things that I need to care about, so. I also don't have a condition on the boxes here. Yeah, anything over 20k is fine. Yep, that's bioelectric. Damn it. Yeah, 9 should be good for this. And nope, it's not actually good. I need to just add 1 additional layer over here, and that should be good. Okay. So now I can empty out efficiently. We have essentially 2 plates making bioelectric. Damn it. I just realized that I didn't put a station here. Oh, great. I need to now make it a little bit uglier. Oh well. Aesthetic's gone. That's fine though. All right, let's see. What are my trains doing? Okay, well that's kind of a problem. Why do I not have? Oh no, that's providers. Sorry, I'm a doof. I'm a doofus. Let's see. 600 is actually how much it had, not 720. Well, I don't know why that is, but you know, who am I to question it? That's the numbers I came up with, like at another one. So who knows? Are you gonna do some Res 4 today? We mean Res 4. Oh right, your TLC. You mean Resident Evil 4? Well, the day I was going to do Halloween games was tomorrow. Was the first thing, and the second thing was not Resident Evil 4. That wasn't the plan. As much as Key wanted it. Okay, well, Nutrient Gel appears to never ever get created, so let's go check out what the problem with that one is. No coal. Huh. You guys stream tomorrow too? Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow as well, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm fully capable of doing so. But yeah, that was the plan. Where's my coal, my friends? There's my coal. Oh, I guess it did come in. Alright, we may actually not have enough coal. Oh, no, that's another problem. Oh, shit. Ugh. God damn it, it cut another one off. It did it again. I thought that explicitly fixed it, but it was probably like some kind of like deadlock issue or something. I don't know. Okay, excuse me. How do you say how do you have possibly destination full? Oh, because there's too many trains up there. Well, you know, that's probably a good place for it to wait. I feel like we may have enough trains anyways, so... I'm so annoyed by this. But it was because, you know what it was? It was literally because there was probably a deadlock situation up here. How many bots are here? Like 250. Yeah. Honestly, I think the depot needs to be larger than this. I think that's what the problem is. Okay, you know what? Let's go over there to fix that. Don't you mic tracked me. It literally that like it's my coal isn't working, so I can't do anything. Well, it is working, but it's just screwing up. So, oh, dang, it's 3 out of 3. What do you mean? Oh, coal abundant. It is actually coal abundant. It's just, yeah. It usually works. Alright, we're gonna need some more trains though. Let's see. It usually works, but in that case it was like, I think it's just the depot's too small, because I'm just noticing that now, so... I guess I should have done... Oh, 3 days in a row? Yeah. I'm at 3 out of 3, yeah. Well, I said they were all shorter, so I've been actually okay with that, so... Alright, what's this one require? Where's it at? This is the only one I haven't done anything for. It's the, this fella. Waiting at data cards. Okay, well, clearly there's something very wrong with my numbers. 600. I don't know how I came up with these numbers. Oh, it almost implies something else is extremely wrong, by the way. I think it's this one, right? I was waiting for... Dude, they're still waiting for... Hey. What happened with this one? No, oh right, no chemical gel, right. I was just... Because there's no coal, so I'm like in the middle trying to fix that. See what I mean? It's just like a never-ending cascade of like... failure for me. Well, no, I know what the problems are. I just like, yeah. Oops. Because if I look at coal, right, there's 13 stations available. They just haven't been able to move their cargo, so. Is there another Avicus bus somewhere? Where is it at? Where's the bus Avicus 1? So there's likely. Oh no, I think the train for that disintegrated, but I hope. I think it did, right? I'm just looking around at a train that potentially would be running around with no head. No, okay. I think it's fine. Let's do some things like this. Actually, honestly, we could probably just put it all together, actually. Alright. So it should have actually been to begin with. Something like bigger and better. And 3 dimensions. There you go. Now they should not have any complaints at all anymore about anything here. Because I think that's honestly what's causing the problem all the time. Was there anything else I want to do over here or no? I don't think there was, right? Well, I'm not too content with this one actually. Why is it trying to divide it by 12? Just what kind of idiocy is this? Okay, sorry, 1 second. I'm sure I had a perfectly good explanation for why I was doing this. How many of this is 12? So it's like 8,000 in a wagon divided by 12. Oh, well that's a weird number. It's 666. Okay, I guess I'll just go do. Wait, hold up. Read. Stackers days was 12 for the inserter size, I thought? What do you mean for that? It's just some dumbness that I did. Let's just do over 8K. Just like, I don't know why I did this at all. Okay, that's fine. That the balancer had to divide this by the stacks and SIRS. No, I was doing something weird with this. I remember what I was doing here. I was like trying to like equalize the boxes based upon the contents of the circuit network, but I'm like at the same time like actually who cares? So just put like one train load into each one of these. It doesn't matter how it balances it, you know? Just let it do its thing. See, it's even working properly right now, so. Actually, let me just double check down here if everything else is okay. Do I want like a better, bigger stacker or anything, or no? I think we're okay. I think we're fine. I don't think we need to do anything else down here, so. Because I don't come to this planet very often. You know what I could do, by the way? I don't think I have much of a use of these bots anymore. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because I actually might dig into, like, one of the mines at some point, so. So let's not actually say that. Alright, it's back to Jet Nova. Yeah, I like how it's always immediately obvious when, like, something goes terribly wrong with, like, one of my systems here, so. I really wish it would have actually stacked here properly. Because it should, like, I feel like there's enough trains where they should not even wait. Yeah, there is. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. One second. I figured this out. Where's the Avicus? Oh, already left. Okay. It didn't even leave with a full load? Why? Oh, that's coming from Jet Nova, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, there's the bus Avicus. So, see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's completely fucking full. So it should be able to, you know, do its thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have this one land, and I'm going to have it take off immediately. Empty. Because that's the way it should be. Like, as soon as, like, it goes, it will be fine. It'll be okay, don't worry about that. Let you be you. Don't say that. Yeah, see, like, there's no trains here waiting, and I should have trains waiting. Back to here. Just gonna wait for him to come. There he is. Okay, so we're gonna let it come. We're gonna let him leave. Alright, now you can go. It may not have actually filled up on... Oh no, it did fill up on Steam. Dude, that was fast, actually, that filled up on Steam and stuff. It may not have, like, everything in there, but, you know, who cares, I guess. Avicus. Actually, no, it didn't quite fill up all the way, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It'll fill up on the second time it comes here. Because if you watch, like, this train, what it will happen was... And this is why I didn't, like, it should basically load these 6 trains up, and then, like, they'll unload immediately. And then, like, they'll spend time, like, doing musical chairs to basically get over to where they're supposed to go. The only reason, by the way, they get cut off is because it's the timer. The timer basically hits and there's, like, a train that's blocked and can't go anywhere. It's really dumb. You know, it's life, though. I only put 4 gigawatts down, but you know what? That's all it really needs, so. How much power do we have? We could always use more, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. The timer's sad. Thought it was a gated community. It actually was. More than you know. More true than you know. Alright, I'm gonna head back to finishing up the science that I was so desperately trying to do. Alright, so that one works fine. We have some decompression data, but where are the trains for that? They're waiting for that guy still. But coal just started to come back in, so... I'm going to assume that the trains that would be doing this normally they're just partying right now. Unfortunately, this is not a good indicator for what it needs to do. Yeah, that's fine. So it says I have 3 trains, but I likely actually don't have 3 trains for that. I'm gonna add an additional one. Because it's actually sharing it between like, I have to like, I have to get the orders from some. I probably have to look at something else for the orders for that. Like right here, so you gotta say coal has to be specifically this one. Yeah, so there's only one train that does that, and then this is the one I just placed down. Oh no, there's actually another one. Oh, maybe I did have another one. They just don't share orders at the moment, so yeah, let's do this one coal. There you go. This is what I mean. This is why groups are amazing, so I can actually see what the hell they're doing. There you go. Because there's so many that actually have that as a potential train station, so... destination full. Okay, why don't you just move up? Is there a reason why... Oh, I know the reason. There's like absolutely no stations here as of like... forever. Or signals. Okay. And do one more and that's it. Okay. I was gonna say, why are these so slow, but I think I know the reason. I hope I don't actually need to put that in there. It makes, how much? Per minute? 6.2. And I need... Yeah, I need way less than that. Never mind. It's fine. That'll be okay. That is perfectly acceptable. Alright. We have the longest autosaves on the planet now. Can't even say that's my computer. This is running off my SSD and everything. It's just the sheer amount of terrain it has to save now. So rather unfortunate for us all. This is what I want to see, is about like 6 trains ready to go, and as soon as a bus comes in, it'll be basically be happy fun time for it. Although there's 2 Avicus trains, but like I said, it'll resync up and it'll be fine. See? Oh, look at that, already 6 here. I didn't even need these like depot stops, but I still feel like I should have had it. I should have it, so. And now they're waiting for core fragments. Okay, coal. How many coal stations do we have? 8 available. So that's what I mean. Like, we actually have a lot of coal available to basically do whatever. I'm actually more curious to know what it will do when it arrives. So should be coming any minute now, right? Yeah, it's about to come in. Because I feel like I always miss something when like it's a full train going to a full train. So I'm also looking at this light to see if it's accurate. See, they're leaving. Huh. Well, I guess that's fine that it was just leaving. Huh. Well, you know, it was the Ingress that was that had the problem anyway, so yeah, so it's just basically complaining right now it doesn't have enough ion stream, and there you go. It's good to go. There you go, in and out. That's exactly how it should be. It should be that fast all the time. So that they spend more time in transit than they do doing something stupid, which is what they were doing before. Okay, let's have a look here. You know, I kind of feel like I actually probably could have done something Oh man. Okay, I'm probably gonna do this for the next iteration, by the way, of my train network. But I feel like I could have actually had like a stacker of 2 here. You have like one and then another one on this side, and then they're just in the middle here. So you could actually like have way more train throughput than this. When I upgrade to upgrade to antimatter engines, I'm going to do that actually. We're gonna make them all into like basically double stackers, and it'll just allow that to go through. That would be actually kind of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, anyways, let's stop thinking about what's gonna happen in 100 hours from now. Optimistically. Okay, well, I was really not on the ball with this, apparently. Holy hell. How was I that off? What are these bioelectric data? Okay, I thought it was like one of the other ones, but apparently not. Wagons a minute. Oh yeah, it is totally different. Whoops. Let's try and get like a decent ratio going here. Like 5,000? No. Maybe like 36? Yeah, there we go. Well, not exactly. It's 1 to 3.3. Alright, well. Jeez. How does one guy screw this up so bad? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to. So if I multiply this by 36, what, 48? Not exactly. There you go. Oh, 3 to 10. Okay. For every 10, I need 3. Is that really what it should have been? 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is totally salvageable, by the way. 1, 2, so this is 20. Yeah. That's all this needs to be. I'm not sure if that's enough data cards for this, by the way. Okay, how can it not, like, give it away? Sure, I have another one right here, right? No, I don't. I don't know where the last one is, but we'll just let that thing be free. 6. It should be good, right? Dude, it's totally gonna give me, like, it's totally gonna screw me on math at some point, isn't it? Oh, it's a 9% chance for 3 junk data cards, by the way. Huh. So what's the probability of that screwing up so hard? I think it's high, actually. I think we have to remove some of this, actually. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's high. It's extremely high. Well, I mean, that's just 6 though. What's the average that we would see? 0.2 wagons a minute. So if we go to items, it's like 540, which is like. Yeah, no, I don't trust that at all. I seriously do not trust that. I've hit the critical fails so much, by the way, that I have 0 trust on that situation. I'm debating how else to do it, though. Also, I may have screwed this up slightly because it's actually putting data cards in there. That would explain why I don't really see the data cards in the other one, by the way. Yeah. Bioelectric data. I have to debate very heavily on how I want this to look, because... Oh, damn it. Oh, actually, you know what? Just delete all that. I think I need to remove a little bit more from this. Because, like, this is 20... Wait, maybe it's a little bit more than that. Let me count this up. So that's 10, 20... Oh yeah, 30. So that's 30, and then each 10 needs 3. So 3, 3, 3, and then, yeah, that. So that's why I can't do that, because it will for sure not have enough. But what I could do instead is I can just simply just remove 2 of these, because you know what, to be honest, if it runs out of a couple of data cards, that's fine by me. Or sort of runs out of significant data first, that's fine by me, so that's perfectly acceptable. Because that will auto-balance itself, I think. Okay, maybe it won't, actually. No, it will, because I have a timer on those ones, so that's fine. Okay, so go do your thing again. Alright, go be free. What's the timer on it to leave here? It has to be, yeah, significant data is 0 and 1 second activity, which is fine. That's good. I take out all the junk data cards now. It actually... Yeah, we can... I don't even think it needs the 1 second activity. It could just be that. Because to be honest, if it goes somewhere else, well, actually, we're... Yeah, this is fine. That's funny how it has so much biomass in there. Alright, these are going to be utterly wrong now. I need to change the rest of the orders on them, though. Okay, so we look at significant biomass, and that's going to be already the first one that's going to be completely broken. Oh, you're just waiting here for no reason? Why is that? Because you have 560 in you, and you're waiting for that much. Okay, so we can change that one. And then the data cards is also going to be utterly broken, too, so... I'm just going to watch it go, because I don't trust it. Well, of course I don't trust... Well, it's actually just waiting at a depot, so... I know, I could probably just do the math on these, so... How many slots is there? Like let's see, this is, 9, so it's like, bring out our handy-dandy calculator. 9 times 50 stack times 4 wagons, 1,800. Alright. A little bit more than 600, and that's fine. That's actually way higher than I would have expected, folks. There we go. Alright, we're all good. Everything is fine. Nothing is broken. Alright. Now for this guy. Let's see. So this is also waiting for... You know what? I think this was actually the original one that had the original ratio, by the way. 1 to 3. Maybe not. Maybe I lied. Actually, I think this is exactly the same as the other one. If I just change this to cryogenics... Oops. Damn it, stop it. Fuck! I didn't mean to do... Cryogenics. I'm pressing buttons that I don't need to press. How is this a linearly dependent recipe? There's that wasn't even in the recipe list. Yeah, it's the exact same. So you know what? And these also share those orders. Okay, so cryogenics. Where are my trains at? They were like over here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Okay, which one? So we're gonna call this buffer Okay, just copy the orders for this guy. Yeah, and we can delete that. Do another one, create group. Buffer, side. And cryogenics. It's really weird that's cryogenics because it doesn't actually use any, like, cryogenic related things like the cryo rods. You'd think it would use those, but no. I'm actually not sure how it's even cryogenics then, but you know, I'm not gonna complain because that's one less thing I have to put into train. So. Alright, so all I have to do on this one is change, replace. This one is cryogenics. That's literally all I have to do. And that's it. It works. Oh, because I guess it uses super cooled thermal fluid. Okay, I guess that counts. So, I guess that's fine. We will allow this. Alright. They're waiting for biomass. That's also coal related, right? Okay, that's severely out of, like, sync, by the way. Wonder how that happened. Oh, it happened because the nutrient gel was out of whack. Because it comes from the bottom, doesn't it? Okay, it may come from the top, but still. Looks like something else is kind of awful. What happened with this? Are these going as fast as they can? Dude, that... Oh, I sped it up. Oh, right. Transfer belts. Yeah, this uses 0.8, but I only had it doing 0.4. Really? I guess we need better speeds on that, too. Okay, back to shower. What game are you going to do tomorrow? Probably Resident Evil Village. That was kind of what I was thinking. Unless you have a better suggestion. Resident Evil 4. You don't have Factorio 2 on this playthrough. No, I do not. I played it in I played it in 0.6, but sorry, 0.5. So I wanted to do a run without it, so I'm not playing with Crestero this time. But I have done it before, so I can actually answer questions related to it. I've completed a run with it, so no loaders. Nope, I don't use loaders. I wanted to the intention of this run was to do a relatively purist run, like keep it pretty much in line with what the devs kind of I thought intended for it. So for the most part. What are the times 10 X tech mods? There's no mods you need for that. You just set a science multiplier when you create a game. So all it does is, like, for example, I'll go to like a basic science that you're probably aware of. It cost me 1,000 rather than 100, which it would cost on a normal run. So that's all it means. That's all I did. It's a vanilla option you can do to just make the game a little bit more harder. So you don't need to mod it for that. So it's actually, this is a pretty very close to vanilla experience that you would get. The biggest game changers are just like the fact you can have depot signals and stuff like that. Like my trains are vanilla and things like that. Yeah, it just makes everything 10 times more expensive, correct? Well, it makes science 10 times more expensive. That's why it says times 10 science. It does not make like roboports or like belts or anything more expensive. So that would be more marathon settings, which most mods do not really use or utilize, so that's why I don't really bother with that. So marathon is kind of disappointing, I find, these days. So alright, so this is also kind of out of whack. Oh, we actually got another train load here, so it's actually working, I think, now, right? Let's just make sure this is not broken. It's not broken. Cool. So most recipes are not affected? No. It just basically means to get anywhere in science, you need 10 times more of it, so... So how did this go? I guess that doesn't really matter. That's why I should not have these little like buffer chests. I didn't really need those. But you know, whatever. It is what it is. Can you have multiple space elevators for one planet? You absolutely can, and I do have it. Look at that, multiple space elevators. I'll explain that in a second. But I have like one over here. Like in terms of actually usable elevators, I do more than one. Where's that was the one that was here, and then I have a second one over here somewhere. Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm sure it's somewhere here. Oh, there it is, right there. So I have another one right there. So I do have more than one space elevator kind of thing. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a traffic jam here, it looks like. It's amusing. But, yeah, so the reason why you'd have more than one is more because of the power transfer. So when you do electricity transfer, it's actually limited to 6 gigawatts. So if I actually look at the power output, so you see I have 12 gigawatts, so each it can only do 6 gigawatts, so I needed another elevator to do another 6 gigawatts. It's more of an engine limitation than an actual game limitation. That's why I have another one, because I wanted to do it. And honestly, elevators are extremely cheap. The upkeep on this guy is like 3 parts a minute. Who cares? Like these are nothing to me. It's mostly barrel, you know. So yeah, it's not worth putting power up there. I think it's more worth bringing power down, because you can basically put solar for days, right? Like just like this, right? I even put like my meteor defenses up here because this is the most stable place for it. And then, you know, then you bring the power down, so you don't have to worry about day-night cycles because it's always on, because the power is up there. You don't have to accumulate it or anything like that. And it takes up 0 space, because there's, you know, unlimited space in space, but over here there's not unlimited space, so pretty good. I prefer it this way. I think it's better this way, but you know, it's to each their own, right? You can do what you please. This would be the wrong thing, actually, I just realized. I didn't even realize I called it the wrong thing. Oh well. Bioelectric. This one. You know, this would be a good time to start actually doing this the right way, but, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'd have to, like, Damn it, do I want to majorly change all these things? Because, like, all this would have to be changed if I do that. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. And then I have to change, like, 4 times. I don't think I want to. Forget it. I think at this point I've locked myself into whatever kind of mess I've put myself in, so... let's see. If I... I'll do that in, like, whatever run I have to... Whatever I do next, so... We'll see. Okay, so we got... Alright, so this one's screwed up. Why did this one get messed up? Oh, right, because this one is one of the ones I have to just force it to leave. I think. 1.8, right? Yeah. I really hope it isn't, like, screwed up due to some reason. Alright, why do I only have 1 train for this? No, I have 2 trains. Let me give it a frivolous condition. Okay, now they're updated. Weird. It was one of the ones I did a replace on, but apparently didn't copy it all over, so... That is not the correct... Oh, wow. I really screwed that up. Alright, 1 second.
supposed to be on the other side. Also, there's some byproduct here as well that I kind of am not dealing with at the moment, so... Okay, it's working now. Yeah, but the space elevator thing is interesting. It did bring a lot of cool little mechanics to the table. By the way, now that I look at this thing, I actually am kind of annoyed by the fact I made it work this way. So let's change this out. So, well, actually, well, you know what? We can do. There you go. That's a little bit better. I don't mind that as much. There you go. That's better. You can do the right thing 4 times now. That's how legacy code comes into existence. Okay, it's not just 4 times, right? Because it's like, think about like, it's actually more like 20 times because I have to, I would have to change it to these ones too. And the same deal. Basically, I have to remove the chests, move all these over, kind of like tighten them up a little bit and do that like for all of them. I'm like, no, it's not worth it. Even though like, for some reason, I don't know how these astronomic catalogs like got really weird like this, but you know, I just don't care. It's good enough, you know. Again, the way I'm doing things now is more direct train inserts like you see here, and it's much better to do it this way, but you know, it's too much effort to change it. So, is this one completely empty? Ooh, wait. Can you go back for a second? Did you just like stop? You did just stop. I think it has a perfect amount, so... No, it doesn't. That's right, it does not have a perfect amount. Maybe just do something like that. And inactivity. No, wait. Why did you leave? Because you were wrong. Change it, why can you do it? Why do you want me to change it all? It'll take a long time to do it. Thing is, I have this problem in most places, so it would be a major... I don't know. I'll see if I want to do it later. I don't want to touch it right now. The thing is, it doesn't really necessarily fix UPS or anything. Like it does a little bit, but not significantly enough that would make a huge difference. Because it can stop future mic locks. In that particular case, I don't think it does, though. That's
but you tested it, right? Tell me you tested it.
Take all my money, lol lol.
Lol lol. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Take all my money. Needs to sit there and faster for a sufficient time, so the motivation is there. I mean, not really. It's just like it's just a buffer that wasn't needed. It would be less data cards in the system and things like that. So that's really what it comes down to. That's honestly what it comes down to. I do regret the way that works, because it would have been a lot simpler if I didn't do that, but yeah, it's more of a simplicity case, but again, I don't really see the point in changing it, so. Let's see. Where's the trains that I was just looking at? They're right there. So we need to have these 4 now. We'll see. How are you tonight? I'm doing good, Andy. I'm doing excellent. I've never been better.
I'm having a grand old time with this thing. Wait, what is this called? Like, BIOS... What's the internal name for that? It may not actually tell me there. Bio, there we go. SC Biological Science Back 3, okay. Place. Okay. So we'll do this one first. And that one. That would be the last one. It would be, oh, that would be that one here. There we go, and then I do have to replace all these ones, but I think I just copied that station a couple times. Man, this is a lot easier with that mod I have. So when I'm doing weird, complex train orders like this, that's the thing. Like, I one day was kind of like, I really want to have the ability to copy stations, and then I got it. So okay, that one's fine. Okay, so this is good. And the last thing I do is I just match the pictures, and that's it. Okay, that's it. That's all this needs to be. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is, it's creating that. So this is Vitalic reagents, some other stuff, so let's see. This is where I'm kind of hoping that iron is kind of coming back into life, but I don't think it is. Yeah, I realize that there's a little bit of imbalance there, but to be honest, it wouldn't be really fixed by anything in particular. Is Shinetsky making enough iron, though, is the real question. Yeah, it's making a lot. So I can't actually really complain about that. How many ingots do we have? Yeah, it has to make a lot of ingots. Surprising yet not surprising at the same time. I mean, do we have like speed 6s in these or what? No. Well, yeah, we do. We actually did put speed 6s in this, so at some point I did think that through. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, there is like a bunch of trains waiting here. This is Hinechki, right? Yeah. Well, one's on its way back, so it will fix itself. So we'll see. Yeah. The problem is, so when regular factories have like a bottleneck or something, they take like, you can pretty much fix them immediately almost, but for mine it takes the travel distance of the trains to fix it, so I don't see it fix itself until like a little bit later. That's just how it is. So when something isn't working smoothly, it's like there's a major holdup essentially, and everything's like delayed for a little bit. And then it goes until the next bottleneck and until the next bottleneck. I mean, maybe that's not entirely true because rockets, you have to wait for them to fill up if there's some kind of problem with that. So I don't know. Like I said, I could have had maybe some better alarm system for it, but who knows? All right, so we have let's do wagons per hour on this guy. Well, I have a distinct feeling this is going to be mostly Vitalic reagent in this guy. Let me just think about the numbers on this. Do I just put like one of each? Because it would be like 30 something. I'm actually not sure. Let's just try to do... 1 second. Oh, we need to do a lot more numbers than this. Let's see, 6,000? Yeah, there we go, 20 to 0.5. Yep, yeah, it's just one slot of each, easy. That's it. Because this is like, yeah, because it's each wagon has 20 slots, so that's all you have to do. So, okay, cool, let's just get that done then. Let's start deleting things. Alright, second, let me put it on the side though. Biological science pack. I think I had it over here somewhere, yeah. And I also don't think I really copied the names over of what they do I? Buffer, science... I kind of did do it, but I guess I didn't really stick with the convention, so whatever. I guess I can start my own. Oops. So they need, yeah, they just need a little bit of everything, so significant data, the comprehensive catalog, this guy, and last but not least, so this lovely biological science pack 1. Most of your basic resources come from Novice, right? Or do you get a substantial amount from Outpost? I get most of my resources from Outpost. The only thing I get from Novice is free stuff. So I'll show you my Novice. This is my Novice. I've completely disassembled it. So I basically don't get anything from Novice. The only thing I do is I basically do all the core fragment mining here. So that's where I do all of my steel production currently. So all the steel has to come from there at the moment. Things like that. And then there's some iron there and copper as well. So for the time being, iron will eventually come from here whenever it catches up, but yeah. That's interesting. How did it... What? Oh, so it got into that kind of situation. Alright, never mind. My bouncer was a bit screwed up. I'm glad I looked at that. Every time I look at something, something's always screwed up. So basically my balancer was a bit screwy. Okay, they're good now. 1 second. I always manage to do that somehow. I don't know how, but I do. So I'm glad you made me look at that. So there you go. See, some of them are starting to go again. So you're dropping frames yet? You think? According to this, I haven't dropped any frames. So I don't know. Let me have a quick look to see if it's not uploading something. No? No. Well, yeah, no, I'm not. You lagged for 3 seconds? Oh. I don't know. Blame Twitch. What sort of crafting speed do you get on ingot casting machines? You get level 4, but you have to you get 4 crafting speed opposed to the 1. So it's just less entities, which is why I like it. That's why I use it. But you have to put spaceship flooring underneath it to get it to do that. But yeah, that's generally what I'm trying to do here. So, your voice and music worked 100%, but the screen just froze. I don't know. Don't blame me. It was definitely Twitch. Twitch did. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Let me go back to here. But you're probably right. I don't know. But yeah, so because it really depends upon how much you want to get out of Novice, because Novice doesn't do anything particularly well The best thing that Novice does is it has regular core fragments. That's what it has. You can't get that anywhere else, so it is worth, I think, going into core fragment mining. And you can get most of your basic resources from that alone. But I would say, for me personally, I don't like to do substantial core fragment mining. Substantial mining on Novice, because they're just like 100% patches. They're just 100, 100, 100, right? They're not like particularly good or bad. I think they're actually like 110 if I recall. So if I kind of go to it, right? So for example, you go to Novice and you have iron. I mean, to be honest, it's not the worst thing in the world. You can make that work if you need to, right? But my thing is, I really prefer to do core fragment mining. I see that busted door is not moving. I'll look at that in a second. But like Hinechki, I think has slightly more core fragment mining available. I don't know. Like I said, you can make it work definitely. So Hinechki is the one, and I have 133, 153, 155. So this is way over 100, right? So that's why I started mining it from here. So I prefer the higher richness because you don't have to outpost as hard, you know? But if, like, for example, if I would have to go out of my way to a planet I wasn't already on, I would probably do it on Novice. Okay, what's the problem here? This is the... which one? The Bus Hank, so... Get Tell to go, because it shouldn't be waiting there. Was that not the one? Oh, Hedor, sorry. I saw an H and I'm like, yeah. Hedor, where is it at? Hedor is like over here, I think. Huh. Well, aren't you supposed to void? $150. It's just really flippin' slow. I guess the train already came here. Damn. Oh, fine. Gonna remove some of it, not all of it though. I'm just surprised. Huh. Just slightly on the slow side. What can you say? So, all right. Well, anyways, back to this guy. Let's see. We don't need this anymore. So, well, damn it. Well, I guess whatever. Fine. Elevator. I usually start with train elevator orders. And I probably should change these ones to be something different so that I know that they're power related. What's a good second? Because they should never use these. They should never even try to path them, and they shouldn't even exist. Anyways, whatever. Let's see. Oh, good. Hanesh complained. So what are we doing tonight? We are doing Bio 3 Science, the thing I've been trying to do for, like, probably way too long. There you go. That's better. That's what it should be. Forward, up, forward. Oh, no, wait. No, sorry. Not these ones. It's this one. And we're gonna do Vitalic reagent. So I just finished the rest of all the stuff that I need to kind of do for this science. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is the time. This is the time to do it. Also, it's this one. So item count. So it would be. I think it's a stack size of 50, right? I think it's 36 times 4, 7,200. Okay, 7200. I'll go up the elevator. Depot. I don't think we really need that, but let's start with significant data. Item count, so it would be 50 in each one, so I think like 200? Yeah, it would be 200. And then I can now have it go to do Insight. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. I don't care. Item count, Insight is equal to 200 as well. And then I need the catalogs as well. Whoops. Didn't you need Pyroflux for ingot smelting? You do. And that's why I have it on that planet. So it's not only made by Core Frames, but I make extra as well. So I have that system already in place. I could bring Pyroflux wherever I please. I need the bioscience. Nope, it would be one of the ones down here. I apparently did not have a name for that. Who would have dropped the ball this hard? Definitely not me. So that's the buffer. Oh, I didn't rename it. Provider. So I was thinking of just using this as the station, but I have a feeling this is not a good idea, but you know, whatever, we're doing it anyways. Okay, so we don't care about that. Bio. Okay. And it's going to use biological catalog. There it is. Total comprehensive catalog is equal to 200. And the last one it needs to do is... Oops. Oh, that's not the right kind of science. So actually BIOS 2 science is what it's doing. So item count, that's I think 800, right? Because it's 200 stack size. Let me just make sure that this is correct. It's not. That's what I thought. Okay. Equal to that. And lastly, biological. Excuse me while I set up my shiny new fusion power plants. Oh, you're excused. I have done my share of KS2, and I love that stuff. Yeah, they're actually a little bit like, they do rebalance it slightly in K2 SE. Do remember that though. Refuel. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yep, that's it. We're off to the races. What I'll probably do is I'll go place down this guy right now. Oh. Actually, do I have the pictures for that? I think I do, right? Yeah, you do get the pictures for it, which is good. Okay, cool. Okay, I can just place that down right now. The reason why that was 0, I'm sure there's a perfectly good reasonable explanation for why that copied is 0. No, there isn't, but whatever, who cares? Where is the train for that? It's waiting for something. Waiting for Science 3. Waiting for Science 2. Well, why are you just sitting here? I mean, why is there not, like, the train coming here? Science 1. Okay. What happened to the Science 1 train? Waiting for insight. I think there's some kind of bottleneck again. I hate to say it. Astrometric data. Is it this one? It's like a kind of an orangey one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, these are not working. Why? Weird. So you have 17. You don't have blank data cards. Oh, again, it's the blank data cards. It always is the blank data cards. Alright, well that's something I can't solve right now. Maybe I should add more data cards actually somewhere. So what's the bottleneck right now? It would be rough data substrates still. It's just the rough data substrates, and if I go back it's probably the iron again. But I saw like a bunch of iron trains, so... Okay, I might add some more trains for this, because I think there's just not enough throughput at the moment. Because how many trains do I have? I have 10 trains that hook up to this, so you'd think this would be enough, but... I think it's the fact it has to traverse different surfaces also kind of matters, so... I think it matters a lot. Alright, it can't actually buffer here, which is funny, because it, yeah, I don't have them in provider, I have them in other buffer chests, so it's amusing. They have to come from all the way down there, so... It's fine, though. Alright. Because we actually do have iron now, so I'm like, why is it still, like, screwed up? I don't know why. Fusion makes 1.6 gigawatts total, but a hell of a lot smaller than a nuke would. Like I said, you can't put on chips because there's some kind of nerf. It, like, brings the speed down to, like, 0.5 or something. That's what they did to them. 1 second, is that... Okay, never mind, it's fine. I think it was just at the same time I was looking at, something else was lagging it, so... Just seeing the lag spikes, I'm like, what's even doing that at the moment, so... Use a fuckload of water, though? Oh, right, yeah, that's also a big disadvantage of it, because you can't get it back as steam, so that's a huge problem with it as well. Okay, here's what I'm considering. I'm going to put one more of these things down, and I'm going to get a couple more trains for this as well, and then... You know what? I think, by the way, we have way too many depots for this guy, so... As long as it's not going... Yeah, you know, actually, this is fine, never mind. We're good. Oh, shit. Oh, this needs to have a stacker. I just realized this. There's no stacker on this. Oh, these are terrible. Alright. Also, not to mention, they're on the right side of the base, and they shouldn't really be. They should be closer to over here. But yeah, the fact that, okay, I just realized, like, they don't have a stacker on it. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I'm stupid. I mean, I could just, like, say 2 for each one. Because it's not like it has this going on right now anyways. But, like, it's going to basically screw up over here. Unless I move it all to the right, which I think I'll do, actually. Okay, you know what? There is a solution here. And we can definitely do it, so, you know, we're fine. How much is this right now for, if it's going at ideal speed? It's 6 it's 6. You know what the other thing is? I think I was also considering to start making it on the surface because there would be prods down there for that. You can get a lot more out of the resources, but to be honest, it's like, it just needs glass and steel. These are both extremely free to me. So, you know what? I actually don't want to do that. Never mind. Also, this is interesting. The amount of inserters is not fast enough now for... Ha, it's actually not fast enough anymore either. Okay, there's some improvements I can make there. So stacker. Oh, to have them wait, because what's happening is they only allow one train right now, and they don't they don't allow another one to come in at the moment. So I do need to address that. Actually, it's got several issues with it. So. Because the trains don't stack up at the moment. They just basically are dumb and do whatever they want, so. They're goofy trains. So I'm gonna make 6 of these, and I'm gonna have it go a little bit faster. So one of the issues is that they are much faster now than they should be. But I'm going to address all of this all in due time, so it's all good. Well, like address it now, not in due time. Makes it sound like I'm not doing it right now. I am doing it right now. All right. But basically, it's too slow right now, so. So normally I would have it wait at the bottom, but I don't think I have enough space for that. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and extend this lane here, and hopefully that'll be okay for it. And we'll see if that's sufficient enough for it. I think it'll be enough. If it's not, I'm going to have to remake it somewhere else, probably somewhere over there, and that's it. Okay, I'm just waiting for the boss to come in and deliver the rest of this stuff. Okay. Do I really not have any manufactories? I find that hard to believe, sir. How do I not have manufactories? What happened to the machine that was making them? I had like a machine over here making them. No, I asked for 2 of them, but I don't have them. I guess I used it at some point? I don't know. Whatever, fine. I'm not gonna think too hard on that one. Alright. Here's the thing, I could have 2 machines. You know what? I really feel like I could make a better system for this. Okay, I'm gonna make it here. I've just decided we're making a better system. I'm gonna actually do the stacker system I was gonna do with it, so. I've changed my mind. We have officially changed our minds because I just looked at that and I'm like, you know what? It could be actually way better than that, so. I love doing this because it's so inefficient with how you could basically do this instead. Alright. Well, now that we have a giant construction project going on, let me just land here. Alright, let's see. Because I think that's actually now what the real issue is there's just inefficiencies now in that kind of thing, so. In that area, so. Let's see. Core fragments. Only 1 requester, okay. Well, it was having a problem before, but I think it's trying to go again now. Just gonna have a quick peek at all these. Because there actually shouldn't be a reason these are not moving anymore, so. Yeah, they're all going. Interesting. I think it's just catching up now on all the core fragments things that it has to make, because. I mean, to be honest, this could actually use the better speeds as well, so because per minute it takes care of like 12k, and I think I have like how many? Yeah, I take care of a lot of core fragments actually. I have 40. I have 40 core joules right now. We make 9k right now, so. Oh, I have 40 core joules on Novice at the moment, and I'm planning on tapping into all of them. Or I was at one point. We're still kind of working. We were kind of working on it. I kind of gave up on it because it was stuck anyways. So. But I think we can actually resume now. Problem is I don't know where they are, so I have to search for them. I just have no idea where I left off. Yeah. Because it's like, how many is this? This is 59. So we have like 19 left to go, so. I was kind of just working on it as like a little side project. There's one. Okay, I will go to that one right now. Do I want to have a train line go here, or do I want to... Is there like another one in the area? I wouldn't put it past it to that there's a train line somewhere here, so I probably should actually just bring the... And then again, I don't know. It's too much for that to travel, I think, on its own like that, so... Yeah, okay, I think I'll put a thing down for that. Let's see. Really? I kind of don't want to go through the water like that. I'll just have it do a turn. I'm trying to use as much land as possible, so that's why. And it was right there. Okay. Because usually it's more travel time that's the biggest component of like what, like how problematic that these kind of stops are. You know, it's really what it comes down to. So, why I try and do the best I can with that. So, no, don't tell me. Okay, good. Doesn't quite do that then. Can I seriously not do that? I probably might have a go over the water anyways, so... Yeah, I'll have a go over the water. It's fine. Alright. The problem with core fragments is they're always in like a really odd spot, so... This is, by the way, the fastest way I've determined how to basically do it, is just to like... You kind of just copy these little blueprints over, you do a bunch of stuff with them, that's it. That's, you basically put down the landfill and that, because they're always over the water or something, so anyways, that will take a while, so that's why I'm gonna leave that be, which means now I can go look at this project again. Like I said, that's specifically why I set it up in that way, where I would just essentially, like, be able to just ignore it, you know? So I want to copy over this stacker, I think. Yeah, this is fine. And how many do we have right now? We have like, I think I have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I want to have 6 of them now. I've decided. So we'll make sure we have an abundance of it, that we don't run out, blah, 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 all that kind of fun stuff. That will never happen because we'll always run out. It's just life. We always run out of the materials we need. Okay, so... Alright, and what we're going to do is I will copy this guy. What would be the middle? This would be the middle. Okay. Yeah, we saw that guy. Okay, so that's all fine. So I did not really have a problem with how this worked, although it can't flip, or can it flip? I think I just flipped it. Yeah, it doesn't flip. Oh, no, it's fine. Never mind. It's all good. Something like this one. Yep, okay, that's what I want out of that. That's what I kind of said. This stacker would be better because we could have it on both sides, and then I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, damn, it's gonna have such issues like getting anything to come into there. Just like relentless, this issue. So I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna basically just put it in a new place with a stacker on it. So it's much better like this. We could have 4 on each one too. Can we have 4 on each one? Oh wait, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we can. I forget exactly what the... I think I have 3 in the other one, do I not? Or do I have 2 on each side? But then again... well, 1 second. This wasn't actually the one. Where's the stackers I have? Oh no, I did put 3 in these. Yeah, but I can't possibly... Well, no, I fit 5 in this somehow. Oh, it's because it's, there's no space in between it. That's fine. So, I'll leave it the way it is. Because 4 should be enough, actually, for it. And, yep, we already on that one. Unfortunately, I can't upgrade it, because the game hates me. We're gonna need 2 unless I can fit 1 in between here. I kind of can. There you go. So, you can see I can actually fit 1, so it's all good. It's all good, and I think... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that should be fine. And since they actually allow it to stack, I don't actually have to put, I don't have to put any chain signals down here, so it won't ever allow more than 1 in an area, so that's good. Okay. That's pretty much how I want that to work now. And we're just going to copy it 2 more times. That's it. Oh, yes, and the last thing I need to do before I forget, well, actually, I did not copy the names of the stations, so let's just make sure we get those, actually. Where are they at? They're, like, here, right? Yeah. There you go, that's one. What? Oh, like this. There you go. Oh, it's just the middle one that doesn't copy. That one's really weird, actually. Okay, so they can actually have up to 2 trains down at each stacker, and that's it. No path. Okay, because that's really what it is. They just don't have the throughput of trains. We may actually need another construction pylon here in a second, sorry. And then, like, everything else here can just be, you know, just a really large depot area. Where's the construction pylon? I don't know. Also, they don't go quite far down enough, so. And that gives it plenty of space for this. Does that mean we actually do have enough leeway for this guy, but it's just like we just didn't give it. All right, I'm gonna hang out around because I need some more material. So 1 second. I need to. I guess I'll just well, whatever, fine. Oops. I'm just gonna hang around here. They'll bring whatever they need to. Alright, see core fragments. So this little thing we just kind of ignored. They didn't even make it all the way to the... Oh, well, that would be why. It's gonna be like, it didn't make it all the way over here, but it's because it got stuck on something, so... Yeah, because I intentionally do not have legs in that one, because then it's slow enough that I don't have to do anything with it, so... Alright, here's what we're gonna do now. I'm going to... I'm gonna wait for it to deliver things to me. Are they still delivering things to me? Yeah, they are. Alright, I'm gonna refill coffee because it looks really abysmally low. Give me a minute. coffee has been refilled. Delicious. And nutritious. Actually, the nutritious part, I even doubt myself. Why is it... Okay, I was gonna say, like, why did it not, like, organize the rails properly, but apparently... Easier said than done, I suppose. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deprecate the old system by simply just removing rails on it. So, you know, it's the best way of doing this. Oh, maybe not. Well, I guess you can do that. Well, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. There we go. Old system equals deprecated. Okay, let's delete all these. I'm just gonna try and feed it some substrates, and also gonna probably erase some of those as well, but we'll do that in a minute. Damn it, stop being scrapping these. Excellent leg spikes. I have a bunch of gear I really don't want to have actually right now. Just like, you know, I had it going pretty good before with the leg, and then it got worse again. I'm not sure how, but you know. Can't even begin to tell you what exactly occurred. I mean, it used to, actually, technically speaking, it used to freeze for like, literally like a good minute or two, you know, which is hilarious. Not even a minute. Hey, Volter, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well on this faithful day. We got our old president again? What are you talking about? Your old president? What happened with that? Brazil? Oh, Brazil. Okay, that's why. Oh, actually, 1 second. Oh no, I did call it the right thing. Holy shit, the stacker works, guys. How based is this? I'm gonna use this guy here. So let's see. PlayStation. That one with rough data substrates. Oh. Well, I don't know what it's called then. Is it like polished in the rough look very that's a rough. There we go. There you go. That's probably more acceptable to me. Oh, good news? Okay. Well, good news for you. Congratulations then. You have my congrats. that would be the last of this, and that's it. We have completely eliminated... Wow, there's a lot of trains here. You know, I was gonna say, this has been actually a very good stacker, but I guess not. Not today. He was doing a fairly good job at one point. We don't even need that then. For you too, my friend. Rainforest deforestation. Oh, okay, so that's the issue. I'm not very like, I'm gonna say I'm not very well versed on politics, by the way. So I just make random blanket statements in chat to promote. You know, different things, but yeah, no, I would definitely not be for that. I remember that's been a huge issue for like a long time in Brazil, but yeah, no, that's good. That is good news. That's extremely good news. I need to turn that off. It's very, very much good news, actually. Well, what's the issue? Is it not enough iron or what? I guess we don't have enough iron still. It's still catching up. I'm surprised. Hinechki. It's Hinechki, right? Yeah. We got some on the way. Well, to be fair, let me think about this one. Because if I don't actually see iron, yeah, I don't even see iron stops here. Dude, there's no flipping way. Dude, how much does this need? Net rate 4K. Well, it would use 23, but it doesn't really need to. Oh my god. Maybe I do need more iron than this. This is funny jokes. Brought to you by Thing. The thing is, okay, I thought Novice would make a lot of my iron ingots too. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would do a pretty good job with that. We mean destination full. Oh, well, you need another depot in there. Great. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter, but still. I apparently forgot orders on this one, so... Where's the, sorry, 1 second. It's the one going to... Just need to remove it on a few of them. Oddcoin 2. Yeah, it's this guy. Alright, let's say duplicate, whoops, don't do that. Duplicate, depot. And yeah, that one has the same problem. It's fine. I haven't heard this song in a long time.